mean, they haven't given up a goal yet, but you have to figure they're not going to want to keep allowing that trend to continue because that's playing with fire.
As we talk, goalkeeper kicks it out of bounds.
And now they'll have their first chance, and they're attacking third with Haley Moyle throwing in. Wenzel and Montoya, excuse me. Yes, Wenzel and Montoya setting up in the middle. A little bit of a volley in the middle, and Iowa Western will come out. Now she's got open space in front of her. If she can beat Woodcock. Woodcock, the last defender between goal, cuts her off well, makes her double back. Now loft through the middle, pass a little bit errant, and it'll be controlled by an Iowa Central defender and cleared away. Woodcock covering ground.
Another great defensive play by Woodcock, making the Iowa Western player turn around and kick it to somebody else behind her.
Just stopping forward momentum. Forcing the pass was the best bet there. She found a way. And now she'll have the free kick from the goal. Technically a goal kick, but the keeper's not going to take it. Takes one hop and then fires it down the middle. See who wins the header. And it'll be Iowa Western winning the header and shoving it back into their third. Again, they've only had one really, really solid chance, but you figure the more they push the ball into the box like that, one or two of them are going to find something fortunate. "36 minutes left in the half. Pretty much been all Western up until this point on the attack, hasn't it?
Yep, and they'll get the first corner kick of the day.
And they're going to send most of them forward, only keeping two defenders back. The cross is up and over the net. Bad contact on the cross, on the corner, and that first corner will go to waste. So it's going to be Woodcock again taking the goal kick. Now Iowa Central look to get something going offensively. Iowa Central wins the header down the middle, and now they got a little bit of room down the right line, but they can't find her. Would have been a heck of a pass to get it through, but Lovin would have found herself in open space. Oh, beautiful cross up down the left wing for Iowa Western. That was number 30. Excuse me. Yes.
Kiara Little.
Yep, 33, Kiara Little. On it, Wenzel. Makes a nice move, finds her way past one. She has support on her right. She's going to nick it to her now. Now with a chance to cross, Caldas tries to get the cross in, but it'll be out the back for a corner kick. Good dribbling there by Wenzel gave Iowa Central its first good offensive opportunity of the day.
Looks like Montoya will.
Yeah, they like her from the right side. Good crosser. Good strength in that right foot. See if she can pick somebody out here. As all the Iowa Central stay on the back, they'll rush forward and try to find themselves unmarked as the ball is kicked, and they do. They do have someone unmarked if she can pick her out. The header's missed.
Woodcock just missed the header.
And that's when those defenders are so dangerous. They don't get many offensive chances as the ball is kicked, but a pretty easy roller to the goalkeeper. They don't get many chances down there, so when they do, they're big and strong, and they've got a chance to go up and put a head on it, and they're hungry. They don't get many shots. A little bit of a tussle here in midfield, won by Iowa Central, and then immediately nicked away out of bounds. So far, not an awfully physical game. I do believe 2 fouls, correct?
Yep.
2 free kicks on it. Both teams keeping it clean. Both teams filling each other out early. Now through the center, Montoya will try to win it here, won't. So now it's being volleyed between the Iowa Western back line. Switches play to the right. Moyle comes up to cover. Still going down the right wing. Now through the middle, Montoya challenging. Hard fight there for the ball. It's going to stay under Iowa Western control.
Great defense by Iowa Central.
Montoya still attacking the ball. Oh, almost picked out a girl through the center. They're going to say she was onside, so yeah, that run was timed perfectly. Just if it was put 6 inches closer to her, they might have had a goal there, but instead, the defensive lapse isn't punished, and it will still be 0-0.
Just didn't get enough on the kick. She took it out of midair, and
It's hard to make solid contact on that volley. Free kick here for Iowa Western. I didn't see who they got. Kicked back to the back line, and they have room down the left if they want to try to swing it over there. And they will, but they'll swing it just a bit too hard. Out of bounds. 32 minutes left to play. Like I mentioned earlier, Iowa Central's defense has held up pretty well, but it's pretty much been a constant attack from Iowa Western. Iowa Central not being able to see much of the ball these first 15 minutes.
and they say it's out of bounds. We'll go to Iowa Western.
Going Iowa Western's way. Free kick. Do believe they got Wenzel there on a little bit of contact. Referee didn't even have a talk with her, so no booking or anything on the works. Didn't think it was anything malicious, just a bit of hard soccer being played down as number 11, I do believe that, yes, Peyton Carnes getting that ball out of there. That's good defense. She couldn't win the ball back, but gets it out of the way. Sometimes it's just a matter of ending the immediate danger and letting your teams get back for you. Because where Carnes was one-on-one, and you never like those odds as a defender.
Iowa Western trying to keep the pressure on Iowa Central.
And one thing that's really been impressive, have you noticed Iowa Western never really attacking the same way twice, down both wings, down the middle, trying to do it with dribbling, then trying to do it with passing. They've mixed it up extremely well.
Yep, you got to keep, especially a good defensive team at Iowa Central, guessing on what you're going to do.
Here on the throw-in, Iowa Central will try to keep possession on this. They've thrown a couple away early. And that one will be thrown away again. Iowa Western finding themselves control. And then it's out of bounds off an Iowa Central foot, so it'll be Iowa Western's possession again at the end of that. This ball controlled to the attacking midfield. Now to the front. Nick, they're going to be able to try to get one into the box here, and they will, but it'll roll all the way through the box.
For goal kick number 4.
And Iowa Central doing a good job there, scrambling to get back into position. 30 minutes left as Iowa Central trying to find a way to get some offense going. They haven't really, one possession where they've had the ball for more than a couple seconds on the other side of the white line. Yeah, a little bit of shoving down there to win the header, and it will be called.
Foul on Iowa Western.
As Iowa Central, you can tell, just a little bit frustrated with the way the first 20 minutes to go. So they're showing a little bit of agitation with their inability to generate anything, but there is another way to look at it. This isn't going to last all game. A funk like this isn't going to last all game, so if you can weather this early storm like they have without giving up a goal, eventually you're going to find your swing about halfway through the game is usually what ends up happening.
Yep, Iowa Western, sorry.
This one to Wenzel, tries to kick it on the volley, but the defender will beat her to it.
Western upset that they couldn't score on that opening drive.
Beautiful chance they had on just within the first 5 minutes of the game. The goalkeeper, Emanuele Costa, diving for a ball, ends up popping out from under her, spilling out into the middle of the net with an open net, but Peyton Carnes able to get her body in front of it. Because when I say open net, there was literally no defense. They just had to hit the square. Peyton Carnes finding a way to stop it as now Iowa Western finds himself in good attacking position again with a throw-in. See what they do here.
As we said before, the Iowa Western keeping the pressure on Iowa Central, and that's what you got to do against a good defensive team.
Because if you put this much pressure on for long enough, eventually something has to go. This one crossed up to the keeper. She'll punch it down, control it. Good. Nothing really dangerous there, but still good solid play from the keeper to keep control. See what she decides to do with it. Looks like she wants to go with a punt. She will. Trying to find DeCosta or Wenzel through the middle. She'll find neither. Iowa Central been playing very hard and very well on the defensive end. But I noticed this during Iowa Western 2, during the Iowa Lakes contest, is that they're having a little bit of a problem winning those 50-50 balls in the midfield area. Every 50-50 ball, for the most part today, that's been thrown up into that center circle has ended up going Iowa Western's way. And if you think about how many potential possessions lost that is, that's the complete flow of the game right there. So really, they're playing well in 95% of the game, but if they can't start winning those midfield, they're going to keep continuing to have to play defense.
And continuing to play defense tires out your players.
As this in a dangerous position down the wing, but Woodcock there to stop it. No, excuse me. Still on a black shoot foot. There we go. Now she's got room to shoot. She will. Shoots, fires. I don't believe that went in and out. Nope, that's straight off the post. Beautiful shot, but now it's a scramble in the box. Diving into there.
What a save by Iowa Central, and she's hurt.
Yeah, as we go here, keeper Emanuele Costa down, holding her head.
She looks to be shaken up, but a great save.
Fully extended, not able to stop it clean, but able to get enough of it to steer it into the bar.
And Iowa Western cannot score. They had a chance at the opening drive, and they had a chance there. On the opening drive, Carr blocked the kick.
And honestly, that was no lack of finishing. She hit that ball as well as she could. That was going towards the top right corner. Luck said no, pretty much, and eventually that's just something that happens if you play soccer.
And she's going to continue. She's going to be okay for the time being.
Because from where that contact was, Guadarrama absolutely drilled that ball. Sometimes when you make that good a contact and it doesn't go in, all you're pretty much left to do is just shake your head and hit and hope the next one finds a way. Iowa Central still having trouble keeping the ball. It's dribbled through two people. Now a clear shot at goal, but it's straight into the keeper's chest. Straight, hard contact right at the keeper. Sometimes you hit it like that and you aim at the middle of the keeper's numbers, hope it'll curve one way or the other. No such luck on the attack there for Iowa Western.
A great job by the keeper there, rebounding from whatever the injury she has was.
DaCosta, almost getting it through to Winsel. Still finding it on her foot. Now she finds it down the left wing with plenty of space. Just puts her foot through it and it's won by the back line. Can't settle for that shot any later in the game than that. Moyle shooting from a long ways away. Can't quite get her foot through it right. But as you've mentioned, Iowa Western will be a little bit disappointed by their lack of being able to finish, but they have to be very happy with the way every other facet of the game is going. A little bit of a shoving match there. 25 minutes left in the first half.
Montoya will take the inbound.
Send Montoya in to Wenzel. The header won by Iowa Western. And we'll still end up Iowa Central's ball as it's one out of bounds. Montoya. Who they seem to like on these throw-in opportunities. To Caldas. They try to find her back on the give and go, but it's out of bounds with 24 minutes left.
Right now, Iowa Central giving the ball away to Iowa Western.
But these last couple minutes have been the only sign of sustained offense they've had all half, so maybe they found something as they try to win it back. But yes, they'll have to take a little bit of heart from that, because as Iowa Western has controlled most of the game, for the last 5 minutes it's been about 50-50 possession. And it's still 0-0, so they've hopefully, in their minds, played the worst soccer they're going to play all day, and they're still in this one, still tied even.
20 minutes gone, first half.
Trying to pick someone out through the box, but it'll roll all the way through the box to be in the keeper's hands. Emanuele DaCosta, who's been keeping them in the game so far with a couple nice nice saves. Woodcock as it trips and stolen back by Iowa Central.
See if Iowa Central can make a run here.
Moyle.
Taken away again by Iowa Western.
And the problem Iowa Central is finding on the attack, they try to hang back and then counterattack. They might have to try something a little bit different. Try to get in shape and get some people behind the ball because the passing on the counter just hasn't been good enough, or the defense for Iowa Western has been. So they might want to slow their attack down just a bit. Focus on woman-to-woman passing. Because they have, in these last, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes, they found themselves lanes. So eventually they're going to start hitting those. On the throw-in. Down the right wing, a contest. The challenge ends up going out of bounds off of Woodcock's foot. So throw-in just about 10 yards away from the last one. Thrown into the nearest person and then back to the original kicker. In the corner trap, finds her way out. Beautiful, shoots the cross. And it'll spill out over in front of the goalkeeper, go all the way through after DaCosta goes down holding her shoulder after contact. But that was clean. Both women have a right to that ball. Being a goalkeeper is easy for about, 90% of the game, and then every now and again you have to go lay your body on the line like that. That's the part. That's the saying about goalkeeping, is that it's 90% boredom and 10% pure panic. Down the right wing.
Forward pass will go too far. Go out of bounds to Iowa Central.
21 minutes left to play here. The first 10 minutes or 15 minutes pretty well dominated by Iowa Western, and then these last 10 minutes been more even. Been much more even. Iowa Central finding ways to get the ball, finding ways to push the ball into offensive territory. So, that's you have to look at that as a missed opportunity for Iowa Western, as much as they've controlled the first 20 minutes not being able to find a goal. And now they'll have to deal with Iowa Central pretty much on equal footing as they've played a 50-50 game since then.
Another turnover by Iowa Central.
And not a good place to give it either. Trying to get a little bit of footwork going, but it's nicked away by a defender, and now it's one straight back for Iowa Central. See who wins this ball down, and it's Montoya.
Iowa Western has to keep their composure.
Wenzel. And she's deceptively fast for her pace. DaCosta.
Great moves.
Beautiful dribbling, fires, but it'll be down the right post.
Just wide.
Wenzel, with the ball, has a nice ability to hit a fifth gear. And basically all that means is you think that she's going just about as fast as she can go. So as a defender, you play it like she's sprinting, and then she finds herself just a little bit of extra on the end of it to leave you. She's very deceptive with her footwork. Carnes wins the header, but it'll end up on the foot of Alex Algier. And now through the middle, they're going to say she was offsides. Now they're going to call foul on the defender. I believe that was Woodcock coming up. I thought they were, because the woman that the pass was going to was offsides, but before the flag could go up, the whistle went off. Christina Moreno.
Fans want to play on, but
and you
refs do not.
And there, the fans are arguing, but I do believe that the official made the right call there, as there was no advantage to play. You only play on, play through, if the team that it would have benefited from the foul has an advantageous position. And they didn't. They were offsides. So, the right call, the by-the-book call, whether it's fair or not, is to not give the play on, to give the foul, and to allow the team to take advantage of it. This one dribbled down the right, played down the right. Woodcock beat to the ball, but it'll be chipped right into the keeper, DaCosta, who makes another safe, good little cleanup in front of goal there. I don't know if that'll count as a shot on goal, so it might not count as a save, but playing well defensively down there in front of net.
And this time she doesn't give it up.
Yeah, DaCosta really only had one bad play, one gaff all day, and it was cleaned up by Carnes. Oh, beat down the right. Beautiful piece of dribbling. She'll try to get the cross in, and she will. This is dangerous. Now this is really dangerous, but it'll go past the striker. Oh, she somehow keeps it in bounds. Now she'll look to cross. And everyone's heart skips a beat as we get it back out. Dribbled in. And, oh, beautiful bouncing shot into the bottom left. And, yep, they're going to give the goal. 1-0 Iowa Western. Been attacking all day. Finally finished into the bottom left. And they had a chance earlier in that sequence to score as it spilled out in front of net, but their women not able to quite trace it down, so they regroup themselves, find a little spot behind the firing line, take a shot, and it goes into the bottom left corner. Really beautifully taken.
And the key thing, they got it back to the middle of the field, or they could have went far or near side post, and they went to the near side post to get the goal.
And a lot of people from there, you get nervous and you try to finish high. She stayed calm, stayed collected, didn't try to do anything too highlight reel, just put it in the bottom left, and it's what she did. So now Iowa Central finally giving up that first goal after playing good defense on a lot of near opportunities. Now they'll be chasing for the rest of this first half. Moyle. Oh, nice. Trying to break down Carnes. Not quite able to. Carnes stays in front, but the pass gets off. Contact in the box there. Be won back by Woodcock. But she'll try to get to Moyle and kick it out of bounds instead. Still Iowa Western's ball here with 17 minutes left. Like I said, a 1-0 game. Finally get the officials go ahead for the throw in. Don't know what the slow up was there. Thrown through. Caldas trying to win it back. Iowa Western still under control. Now an equally dangerous spot. Crossed, but crossed too high and out. That was not a good situation defensively. Nobody on the crosser and only one woman to defend one-on-one for the header. But lucky enough, the cross misfired. Taking the kick is Woodcock. Wenzel. Down the right line, Lovin. Lovin will dribble herself out of bounds, and now Iowa Western has the ball. Wenzel trying to win it back, but it's still under Iowa Western control, as it has been for much of the day. Maddie Wan comes up to challenge, dislodges it from the defender, and Woodcock will chase it down and kick it out. Again, smart defensive play there by Woodcock. No reason to turn around and try to beat your defender out. Now this picked off beautifully. Nice cross, but unable to finish it on the header. That was dangerous looking. That cross was shoulder high and through the middle of the box to an unmarked woman, but not able to put her hat on it. 15 minutes left.
And with the goal, Iowa Western still putting the pressure on Iowa Central, not allowing them to get over half court right now.
See who wins this header. Like I said, these have been a killer. These 50-50 balls have pretty much all gone Iowa Western's way. A little bit of a shove there goes uncalled as Carnes gets chucked out of the way. The officiating has been understated but pretty solid. Not many egregious calls, maybe one. And honestly, just not many fouls called in general.
Clean game right now.
Christina Moreno getting it to Kiera Little. Now DaCosta out, dribbles her woman, leaves her in the dust. But now the closing speed's going to get to her, and she's going to have to get rid of it. She will down the left to Moyle. Beats it down the left wing. Just going to put her head down and go. Tries to get the cross in. Both women go down. I believe it was a clean tackle down the right, but Moyle went down hard. Now DaCosta with the ball. Just pegging it and getting it out of bounds. No stoppage of time as Moyle finds her way back up. Now the keeper gets it back in. Gets it to her defensive midfielders. Now back to the back line. Back three. The back three for Iowa Western playing very well today with their limited opportunities. They haven't been pressed much, but when they have, they've stood up to it.
Now we have a player, Iowa Western, shaken up.
Going to get herself up with about 13 minutes left. That was Samantha Guadarrama. A little bit shaken up, goes down holding her ribs a bit, so it'll be a free kick. And this is actually a better scoring situation than it looks with how well Iowa Western has crossed. And that one's just a one hopper to the keeper's arms. Got a lot of that ball, just the direction a bit lacking. And also the advantage that Iowa Western has right now is with how much they've controlled the ball. It takes a lot less out of your legs to attack than it does to defend. It just feels better to be going forward. So any exhaustion that would be setting in, you'd think would be setting in on Iowa Central's end.
Right now, some good saves by the keeper of Iowa Central to keep this a one-goal game.
Now she didn't start, but now Maddie Wan, forgot to call her when she came in about 8 or 9 minutes ago, but she has been substituted in that right back spot. Try to probably give a little bit of shape to a defense that's been struggling. They've been using her limitedly since she got her bell rung just a bit during the Iowa Lakes game. She's been cleared to play for about a week, but has been used limited, as you would. The goal kick's actually going to be taken by the goalkeeper this time, now Woodcock. Now dribbles through, finds Wenzel. Gets it back to Juan. Juan tries to play a through ball through, but he's straight to Iowa Western's defense. Competition here. Gonna be won by Iowa Western. Center back has it, now to the right back. One up in the air, and Iowa Central, I was gonna say if Moyle could have came up with that, they had numbers and they were moving forward. 50-50 header, again goes Iowa Western's way, it'll spill out. Woodcock will find it, chip it towards the keeper, but it'll be controlled by an Iowa Western defender going their way now. 10 minutes left to play in this half. In a half that, for the first third and last third, has been controlled pretty much by Iowa Western, but Iowa Central's still in it and does have the ability and talent to attack forward. So, again, this is nowhere near a mute point. Iowa Western only up 1-0. Throw in here. See who they give it to. Gonna give it to a newly entered Connor Wood. Kick straight away to Iowa Western. Inbounds plays and 50-50 balls through the middle have been the killer so far. Down the right wing, she'll have her chance to cross. A low cross cleared by Woodcock out of bounds for a corner.
It'll be a corner for Iowa Western.
Yes, it will. Let's see. Traditionally, you send your biggest right foot back. And Iowa Western taking a little bit of a different approach to the corner, having everyone start in the middle instead of Iowa Central, who has everyone outside of the box and then run in and towards the keeper as it's kicked. Give and go off the corner. They've got options. It'll be crossed right into a defender. Moyle standing strong. Now she gets beat off the corner. Attacking Wood through the center. This is dangerous. Nicked up in the air, still in the air right in front of the keeper, and somehow no one gets a shot on goal as it's steered away. Iowa Western now still keeping control of the ball, going all the way back, regrouping. Moyle. Won by Iowa Western. Iowa Western now just taking advantage of the tiredness. And, oh my goodness, a sniper shot by number 12. Excuse me. They don't have a number 12 on the... Yes, they do. Alex Algier. Names alphabetically on the sheet. Had to search a little bit for Algier, but absolutely beautiful with her bad foot. Left foot puts it up into the top corner of the shot and puts him up 2-0. I didn't think she was going to be able to get much of a contact on it, but she proved me wrong as I was saying it.
Beautiful spot for a goal. Out of the reach of the goalkeeper. So now Iowa Central down 2-0.
And sometimes you just gotta, if your bad foot's the only one you can put through it, sometimes you just gotta take a swing at it. Every now and again you'll shank it, but then again every now and again something like that'll happen. Wenzel. DeCosta. Back to Wenzel. Trying to get it down the right wing, stolen away. Still under Iowa Western control. Beaten, yeah, she was offsides by a mile. That's not even close. They'll whistle and bring her back. And she's not even shaking her head disappointed. She knew before the ball got there. Now Iowa Central, on the free kick. Yep, should be a little bit farther forward as she takes the spot. Free kick from the spot of the flag. Carnes back. Forward and through the center. Iowa Western wins it again. Playing through, breaks the defender down, gets it down the right wing. Beautiful passing. Woodcock tries to stop it, but it'll spill out in front of the keeper. And now, with a chance to fire, Iowa Western shoots it up, but it'll be right into the keeper's chest as she dives forward and controls it. And she might have shook herself up on the dive attempt. I believe she thought someone was coming forward and took a deep dive down. There was no pressure on her to try to make a play like that, but she made a very nice dive to get the ball before it could take a hop. I think she thought someone was attacking, and now she's a bit shook up. Manuela Costa. And yeah, they're going to bring the trainer on. We're going to take a short break here. It'll probably only be 2 or 3 minutes. We'll be back on Triton Nation with more Iowa Central soccer after this. And we're back with more Iowa Central soccer. Before the break, in case you missed it, Emanuela Costa shaking herself up on a diving attempt towards a ball. So what they're going to have to do, she appears to be fine. I think she just scared herself a little bit, felt something wrong, which No shame in that. Better be careful. But since the time was stopped for the trainer, they'll have to bring on their backup goalie, who appears to be Maddie Wan, will be playing in the red vest. The next stoppage of play, it's legal to bring her in, but since the trainer had to come out, you have to take at least the next little time period off. So Manuela Costa will come out, but by all indications, she is healthy. She's waiting in the wing.
And we have mentioned today it is hot and humid. We wonder if it's just a cramp or a serious injury.
She appeared to have landed awkwardly on her shoulder before. Goes down holding it a bit, and now she'll come back out on the first time stoppage as the ball's on the first free kick, brings herself in. Juan will exit. Woodcock with 5 minutes and 55 seconds left to play.
Iowa Western up 2-0 here in the first half.
Woodcock will chase it down, he'll play it to the keeper. Yep, guard it off. Sometimes you just have to play the ball the way you're facing. No reason to risk trying to turn around and beat a defender that way. This ball wheeled down the side. Beautiful move there by the midfielder, and it'll be kicked straight out of bounds though. Made the great move, found herself with it, then just couldn't find anyone to give the pass to. Got a little bit over anxious.
Iowa Central still turning the ball over on free kicks.
Free kicks, throw-ins, and 50-50 balls in in midfield. They haven't been able to win many headers down there, and that's really been the difference.
Another turnover by Iowa Central.
By Iowa Western. Iowa Central's ball. Throw in here. They'll try to find someone open. They have thrown a few away. They'll throw that one away as it's volleyed up, and now she's got support to her left. I don't think she saw it, though. She could have taken the pass there, had a wide open shooter, but instead it'll be Iowa Central's ball.
Right now, this game is a game of opportunities right now. Iowa Western has made 2 of their 4 or 5 opportunities today.
Foul away from the ball there on number 21, Daniela Costa. Daniela Cordona. Wenzel will take the free kick. This is a good chance to maybe get something goalward. Good position with a right-footed kicker. Woman with the armband, Wenzel back. See if she can get a good cross in here, maybe cut this lead in half. The cross is too far away from goal, blocked by the wall. Be ran down by Moyle, though. Finds a way to get the ball forward, but it'll be forward and out of bounds. The direction's just a bit lacking with 3.5 minutes left here to play. Iowa Central probably attack extra hard in these last 3 minutes. They would love to. If anything, a goal here kills momentum at least. It won't put them even, but it'll make it a lot easier to get even in the next half. Late half goals are absolute backbreakers. Ball going to be thrown in here by Iowa Western. That one off the official, who wasn't out of position. Just no way to probably be able to avoid that. Kick back to the center back. Challenge up there by Cardona, who wins it back. Caldas nicking the ball back. Trying to keep it in bounds. Carr challenged by the defender, but it'll go out of bounds off the defender, so Carr takes the throw in and throws it straight away. Iowa Central still unable to keep consistent control for any long stretch in this game. Montoya kicks the ball back. So it'll be a throw in from about the same spot. 2 minutes left to play. A little bit of a delay in play here as we get a fresh ball in for the throw in. Ball thrown in. Lobbed up to center. Now Iowa Western has control again. As I've mentioned earlier, Iowa Central unable to consistently win in the midfield. And they've played well in every other aspect of the game for the most part, so that has to be a major frustration. Heavy contact, Iowa Western player goes down. The official hasn't called for a stop in time yet.
Foul on Carnes.
Carnes did, both players in the air. Carnes unable to give way, crashing into the opposing player. But the woman appears to be up and, yep, moving pretty well, so the time won't be stopped as it ticks down towards 1 minute. And for anyone who's more familiar with watching the pro or semi-pro game, a minute means a minute. As soon as that clock hits 0, this game is over. There's no referee discretion. There's no extra time. So, just like a game of football, as soon as that clock hits a minute, game's over. 45 seconds left now. Excuse me, this will be half over. .30 seconds left to play. Woodcock back to take the goal kick. Probably be the last little midfield flurry here. Wouldn't expect either team to get another shot at goal before this ends. First half coming to a close now, with Iowa Western taking advantage of its chances 2-0, and they might have another chance here. I'm going to have to eat my words. Gets it through the middle, chipped up and over the keeper, and that should be the last touch of the half. Clock ticks down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and both teams now go back, find the half, and really Iowa Western will be happy with the way they've dominated control. Iowa Central, the coaching notes will probably just be midfield because they played well defensively, but they haven't been able to get much going offensively because they haven't had the ball.
Yeah, great first half for Iowa Western. Putting all the pressure on Iowa Central. 2 goals for Iowa Western, no goals for Iowa Central.
So, yep, I'm Tyson Strayer. This has been Reese Webb. We'll be right back with the second half in about 15 minutes. As he just said, your current score, Iowa Central down 2-0. We're back with more Triton's soccer here. Getting ready for a second half. Iowa Central finds themselves down 2-0 already. Really, Iowa Western controlling the possession for much of the first half. Iowa Central having a hard time getting their touches in, and when they did, a little bit of errant passing got themselves out of it. So the key to this second half, if you're going to look for anything, is see if Iowa Central can do a bit better job winning those headers down the middle, because they haven't been able to win possession off that yet today. Here with Reese Webb to my right. What did you see out of that first half? What needs to be changed? What needs to stay the same?
I saw a lot of turnovers by Iowa Central. They need to keep the ball more, but
As the first volley here rolls back towards the goalkeeper. Yeah, keeping possession in those 50-50 balls. They've had a hard time winning those, and if you can't win those 50-50 balls in the midfield area, it's really hard to win yourself a game.
exactly right.
Carnes now winning possession through the middle, maybe playing a little bit more aggressive in the center area is Iowa Central, as now Moyle trying to chase the ball down. She will win it back, still under control of it, but finally taken away by Caitlin Reddish there. End result's going to be a little kick out of bounds by Iowa Central. Reddish now with a throw-in. Ball comes in through the center. Now they're heavily flooded right. They might want to switch play over to the left wing. Nope, they're going to keep going right. Reddish tries to chip it in. She will beautifully, but unable to chase it down, is Samantha Guadarrama. Beautiful little chip in the box right in front of her offensive target there. Header fails. Wenzel trying to chase it down. She will. Wins it. Still got it in the box. This is a chance. Takes it back. Low cross. Gets it over to DaCosta, who tries to flip it back to Caldas, but it'll be stolen away. Iowa Central, though, already seems to be playing more aggressive on the offensive end. Down the right wing, trying to chip it forward. See who has more pace here. Woodcock beats her woman to the ball and steers it out of bounds. Be a throw-in, looks like. She even chased it all the way down to make sure it wasn't going to go out for a corner. She made sure she was going to win that throw-in.
Great hustle by Woodcock to get to that ball.
And to keep chasing it. Back to the center. Had a chance to put her foot through it, but it's stolen away by Montoya to Wenzel. She's got Moyle to her left. Tries to nick it to her, but puts too much on the pass and wastes it. Be mopped up by the back line there for Iowa Western. Now they'll try to get going forward. One away by Wenzel, but she won't be able to keep it in bounds. Reddish now for the throw-in. A lot more attacking play from Iowa Central just early today in this half. That one booted out of bounds. It'll be Iowa Central's ball.
Great start to the second half.
Yep, Iowa Central now Talia Carr back. Trying to find DaCosta. End up throwing away, but it'll be dribbled back to Montoya. To Carr. To Moyle. Tries to feed it through, but covered well. Iowa Western there took away most of the passing lane she had available. Chipped out of bounds by Carr. Iowa Central, you can tell, even on defense, playing much more aggressive. More tackle attempts early in possessions because they know they're behind the 8 ball now. B. Reddish's ball. Chips it over to her left wing, back to Reddish. Back to the midfielders. Makes a couple nice dribbles. Now she has open space. She's in the corner of the box. Trying to feed the cross through. Nobody there. Woodcock just getting rid of it. Smart play. Woodcock just clearing it out. To the back center. To Reddish. down the left flank, and this time she's got room to run. And she's got support to the middle. She'll get it to that support. A little bit of a passing game there. Got a shot at goal open and almost buries it down. And, oh, good Lord, you can't ask for a more fortunate bounce off the post than that. How lucky was that? To not spill back. Because a lot of times off the post, that'll go straight back. The goalkeeper had already fully dedicated herself to stopping the shot. It goes off the post and right back into her arms.
Nothing you could do about that by Iowa Western.
Beautifully hit shot. Just didn't find the back of the net.
A great job by the goalkeeper of Iowa Central.
Now they have another open shot. This time, nope, not able to bury it. Goes over the left post.
Two great chances again to start this half for Iowa Western.
Iowa Western just running it ragged now. The back line played very well for the first about 40 minutes of this game. But you can see now the accumulative effects of this heat and being ran at over and over and over are starting to get to it. Hands on hips out there. Woodcock booms it. Wenzel. Controlled by Iowa Western. They're going to work through the middle now, but it's chipped away. Good defensive play there by Caldas. Abby Bishop now dribbling with it, but she'll dribble it straight out of bounds. Moyle taking the throw in. Chipped up and over, trying to find DaCosta. But again, Iowa Western winning through the middle. And if you control the middle, you control the rest of the pitch too. Carnes, good defense to keep it away. Fantastic effort. Now a dogfight down there for the ball in the corner. Iowa Central come out the better of that. And then immediately try to clear it out of bounds, but he'll stay in with a chance to cross. The cross is well hit and dangerous towards the head and blocked by the keeper.
Great job by the keeper to keep her focus on the ball.
Beautiful cross to lead to it. And a lot of room for the unmarked woman in the box there. DaCosta now will try to run this ball down. And we'll see who wins the fight in the corner. DaCosta's going to come out the better. No, excuse me, they're going to give the goal kick. Say DaCosta was the last touch with 38 minutes left. Now this ball won by Moyle. She has a chance to cross. Low cross. Oh, dangerous there. The keeper spills it out, and the defender, seeing the situation she's in, just chips it over the bar and out of bounds.
Great defensive play by Iowa Western, not allowing Iowa Central player to get any part of the body on it.
Very well hit ball by Moyle to get it through the middle, too. So now they'll send back Montoya. Every cross, every free kick becoming a little bit more important. Still down by 2, but with less than 40 minutes to work now. 37:20 on the clock. This cross is a beauty. Down the middle, no one able to get on the other end of it. See who wins it here. DaCosta beats her woman to it, is able to keep control, chips it through the middle to Wenzel. Got Moyle on her left and DaCosta on her right. She'll go straight back to Carnes, who chips it forward but out of bounds for a goal kick. Keeper takes the kick quickly. Down the left. Goes down. Looks like a woman trying to buy a call. Won't get it. She's got space. We'll see if this... Nope, she's still on sides. This is dangerous now. They've got a free woman running if they can get it to her. But it's not able to get through the box. Good job of playing with playing on the wrong end of the numbers game there. Iowa Central losing that little break 3-2, still able to defend it. Be a corner kick now.
Kicking it away was Talia Carr, not Woodcock this time.
Send back. And instead of taking the cross, she's just going to give it back on the give and go. And now she's got a little bit of room to work on the edge of the box. Now she'll chip it in. Try to get a header goalward. Volley out in front of goal. Somehow able to keep that ball in her hand through heavy contact. holding her head now, getting over it a little bit. But absolutely unreal. Anything but that, and that's a goal, but she's able to keep it tucked to her chest tight. Now booted away, but they're gonna get an Iowa Central player on a little bit of a shove there. Looked like Larissa Caldas, the guilty party there. 35 minutes left.
The Iowa Central goalkeeper keeping the Tritons in this game so far.
Good game so far by Emanuele Costa. He's handled a lot of balls very well that have been in dangerous situations. She's found a way to keep them out. Now still a 2 lead, but she's still constantly having things thrown at net. See how well she holds up this second half. They're going to need her to be strong. She'll have a throw in to deal with now. About 5-10 feet away from the corner. 10 yards, excuse me. The throw in and the give back goes off of the chest. Iowa Central end up playing it out of bounds. Throw in, exact same spot for Iowa Western. Back. Caldas clears it to DeCosta. Back to Wenzel. Excuse me. Now finding Wenzel. Had her down the left. Good move to keep herself under control. Trying to break the defender down, but the defender not budging an inch. Really good defensive play there by number 10, Sarah Paez. Paez done a good job of facilitating and controlling the middle field area. Good defensively, good offensively so far. Do believe we've got a free kick here. And a couple substitutions coming in off of it. Looks like Hernandez leaving the game in favor of Maddie Wan entering. Comes in, chipped up. This is dangerous if they're onside. The flag's going to say they are. Now Iowa Western with the ball through the middle takes a shot. But it'll take one hop and roll out the back line. I don't know if Costa got a hold of it. They're going to say yes, she got a finger on it, so it's going to be a free kick now. Corner kick. 33 minutes left to play. Triton still trailing 2-0. Come in. Same play they've ran off that corner the last 3 or 4 times. This time Iowa Central allowing less room on it. Wenzel trying to get that ball out of there. DeCosta unable to get control. And eventually an end result be rolled down, and now a throw in at about the halfway mark between the back line and center field area. This ball chipped in. Now Eva has a chance to get it, but it'll be kicked away. Good defensively there. She had the ball in a good scoring position, but never really had a chance to let it go. The defender stuck to her like glue through the middle of the box.
Be a corner kick for Iowa Western here.
Iowa Western gonna send Christina Moreno to take it from the right sideline, so she'll have a chance to cross. One hop in on the cross, off of the corner protector there. They're going to say it was off of Moylan out of bounds. So it'll be another kick from the same location. Corner kick. Moreno. They're going to send 2 women back now. Moreno and Reddish. Moreno takes it in. Tries to thread a kneel down the line. She does beautifully. Dangerous here. Got away by the Iowa Central defense. And now DeCosta has a chance to counter. 1 woman to beat. 1 woman running with her. Tries to cross it up. Maybe getting a little fancy there. Knew that the woman that she was trying to outrun had the advantage in speed. Tried to win it with footwork and look for a pass. Couldn't quite. Now with Iowa Central on their back foot, Iowa West looking to counter. Just cleared by the keeper now. Down the right wing for Iowa West. Iowa Western now controlled the ball. Still playing aggressively even with the 2-0 lead. Reddish through the middle. Carr able to get a foot in there and steer it away. Still Iowa Western control with 30 minutes left to play. Through the middle, out to Reddish on the wing. She'll look to cross. Chips it in. Oh, beautiful chance for the header, but it'll end up just bouncing straight to the keeper. Finishing headers isn't as easy as it looks. Down here, DaCosta running the ball down. DaCosta on the counter seems to be their best form of potential offense so far in the second half. Play out of bounds here. We'll have a throw in Iowa Central's way. Here it goes, chipped in.
Wenzel comes off.
Headed forward there. Tussle for the ball, won by Iowa Western. Now controlling through the midfield area as they have for a good part of this evening. Have a chance to take a shot at goal on the volley. Instead, she'll elect to pass. Now this is dangerous. One woman in the center of the box. They'll get through to her, unable to put a knee through it. Be out of bounds off the left post.
Just missed her partner on the other side. Just too hard of a cross.
Series of substitutions here as Reddish exits the game. 28 minutes and 30 seconds left. We mentioned strange combination today of both cloudy and scorching hot. So you have to deal with the challenge both of those present. Rain that we have scheduled, that was scheduled on the radar for about 5 o'clock today, seems to be staying on schedule. It's held off. So it is both, it might look cloudy and dark on your picture, but rest assured it is very hot, and both sides now will be dealing with the challenges that brings, especially late in the game. Just 28 minutes left to play. Less than a half hour left to try to pull off a comeback for Iowa Central or to try to hold off what you've already earned for Iowa Western. Montoya chips it down the left. Ends up on the foot of DaCosta, who makes a nice move to keep it there. Excuse me, not DaCosta, that was Valdez. I'm going to bring Wenzel back on now. And they're going to send off number 13, Alyssa Lovin, in her favor. Montoya in a dogfight, and she'll lose it. It'll be chipped back to Woodcock. Caldas makes one woman miss, makes two, dumps it off to Montoya, takes a couple steps forward with it. Defense giving her a little room to shoot, and she'll shoot, but she'll take a one-hop right into the chest of the keeper, which has pretty much been the way many chances for both teams have actually gone today. Carnes now cutting off the danger. Neither team, interestingly enough, Reese playing the same style of they played in the first half. Seems both teams have changed up their game plan.
Right in Iowa Western just getting...
Beautiful shot, but blocked up and over the crossbar. As we mentioned earlier, the scorecard might say 2-0, but Emanuele Costa has played herself a better game than that'll show. Another spectacular save.
Just I was saying, Iowa Western getting more opportunities, and we see one right there.
Iowa Western, actually, interestingly enough, they played highly aggressive in the first half, but their plan seems to have been to keep the aggression not only at the same level, but they've maybe been more aggressive in the second half. Still unable to finish one, though. 2-0.
Iowa Central hasn't been as aggressive as
Miranda
Iowa
with the cross it.
Western.
Iowa Central hasn't had the possession to have a chance to be aggressive yet to this point.
And if they had, they've turnovers have been the story today for Iowa Central.
And it was a source. And again, the turnovers are one thing, but sometimes sometimes it's hard to narrow down to a specific reason that you're turning the ball over, especially in a game like this. What's going wrong? Bad passing, bad timing, good defense on the other end. But one thing that Iowa Central, and I know their coach was frustrated about this after the Iowa Lakes game, that Iowa Central will continue having to improve to go forward. Again, Iowa Central coming into this game was 3-1. They've won some good games against some good teams, but if they're going to want to beat a team in the future at the level Iowa Western is playing at today, they've got to win those 50-50 balls in the midfield area. That's been the killer all day. Possession has been leaning heavily towards Iowa Western, and the reason is every time there's been a chance to gain it back in one of those hard-fought wins, it seemed to have rolled Iowa Western's way. And the ball just doesn't bounce that way enough. There has to be a good enough reason.
Let's credit Iowa Western. They've, on the Iowa Central turnovers, they've
played through the middle, shot. Another save by Costa, standing strong in net, keeping her girls with a chance here.
Another great save by Acosta.
Played fantastic today. That one was about shin high and lasered. Finds a way to keep it out. Played backwards. Now Iowa Western with the ball. This one a long shot taken, and oh, beautiful, nicks it under the bar. After so many fantastic saves, it would have taken another one there. Not able to quite make it. And I think she kind of caught in between. You see, you have a couple choices there. You can try and nick it up over the bar, or you can try to catch it. I think she kind of didn't know what she wanted to do going up for it. But there's not much you can do there as a keeper anyway. We'll have to credit a fantastic shot Iowa Western's way.
This is a great Iowa Western team. They show it right there. That long strike.
And now you go from having a chance to the rest of this game pretty much being elementary, 3-0 with about 23 minutes left. You obviously can't think that way as a player, but looking at it from a coach's perspective, maybe you take your foot off the gas, maybe you don't use everything. But then again, I do know that they have a lot of young talent on the bench that they would like to get looks in games like this. Abby Bishop taking the throw in. Booted forward. Missed by both as they go up for the tussle. Now cleared up by Woodcock. Chip forward.
And with Iowa Western up.
Just a minute here, a lot of room on the right wing. This is a dangerous chance. Chipped up towards the keeper. She'll handle it well.
And with Iowa Western up 3-0 now, as Iowa Central coach, you just want your players to finish strong in this game.
At least find a goal. That's one thing that'll be a big ego booster if they can find it. Because they really, the scorecard will say 3-0, and that's probably deserved, but they haven't been absolutely cleaned up. For the most part, it's been just little things here and there that have given the advantage to Iowa Western consistently. They've been technical things. So Iowa Central really should leave this game knowing that they have the talent it takes to run with Iowa Western. They just didn't play their game to their full ability today. And that's going to hurt for a bit, but then again, they have to know that they do have the talent. Now 3-on-3, back line versus the strikers. Goes down, and let's see what they call that.
Foul on Woodcock.
That's probably about the right call. I don't think she meant to get any kind of contact there, but yeah, stepping in straight on the ankles.
No card shown. It'll just be a free kick.
Yeah, and I believe that's Woodcock's first real hard contact of the day, and the official knows it's an accident. Nothing malicious there at all. But it's in a dangerous, dangerous spot here. Just outside the box and at a good angle to cross, so we'll see what Iowa Western's able to do with it. Send 2 forward on the wall, hang everybody else back. Does Iowa Central. Cross comes in. towards the near post, but DaCosta will deal with it. 21 minutes left now. Absolutely booted forward. DaCosta trying to play it. Not able to quite beat it. Absolutely booted by Emanuele Costa, who has made some fantastic saves today, but she's also had a whole lot thrown at her. Why it's 3-0 right now. Good defense there by the back line to keep it out of harm's way. This one chipped forward. Now danger. Ball through. She'll have a chance to put her foot at it. Somehow keeping it out is Costa. And if you can take one, like I mentioned, I really do believe that talent-wise, both teams come in. Maybe Iowa Central a slight disadvantage, but not a 3-0 disadvantage. The rest, as a team, they're just going to leave today knowing that today was an off day, and they didn't execute to the fullest of their ability. And that's something you just have to live with every now and again. But one shining light they can take is I believe they found some fantastic play out of the keeper today.
Yeah, huge. Costa, huge. Allowing 3 goals.
And as I said, I don't believe they'll let this loss be the end of the world. They have a lot of talent there. And if they do get to face Iowa Western again, I don't believe it'll be a 3-0 result. I really do believe that Iowa Central has just found themselves a bit of an off day, which happened throughout a season. To Bishop.
They will have to clean up the turnovers before their next game. A lot of turnovers, bad passes.
And now another ball free in the box. Got 21 over running for support to Reddish.
Cross just out of the reach.
Now trying to finish, but it'll be chipped up and over the bar.
Cross out of the reach of Castano, and he just over the bar, as you said.
19 minutes left to play as the substitutions come in and out for both teams. Both coaches have done a very, very nice job of rotating their players in, and I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems like we've seen a few more rotations out of both coaches than we normally would, and there's obviously a reason for that. The heat beating down, don't want to leave a player that plays a high stress position out there for too long. Another 50-50 ball, another 50-50 ball going Iowa Western's way. Woodcock trying to get it forward. It goes off the defender's chest and out of bounds. Excuse me, Woodcock with the last touch. Nope, they're going to call it the way I saw it. A little bit of confusion there. It'll be Iowa Central's ball. 18 minutes left. Montoya dancing a little bit down the line, but she'll dance it out of bounds. Throw in here. This one nicked down the left, out of bounds. So with 17 minutes left, it's a 3-0 game. And now, I mentioned that the second half they played very aggressive. Now Iowa Western does appear to be taking less chances offensively and settling into what you would expect with a 3-0 lead. Ball control. Take time off the clock. This ball hammered, but hammered right to Iowa Western possession. Be off a chest. And now into the Iowa Central back line. Shoveled forward, trying to find Wenzel. Now DaCosta has it. Plays it back to her midfield. Couple moves made by Caldis. Hit through. Chipped up. Still volleying through midfield. Seo finally comes down with it and controls. High boot and 2 players go down for Iowa Central. And yep, they're going to call the high boot. It'll be Iowa Central's ball.
Two Iowa Centrals collide.
Can't be throwing your boot that high up around faces in the middle of a scrum there.
Caldas and Hernandez collide.
See what Montoya can do here. She'll try to get a cross in. Here's his ball comes forward. Moyle. Now it's just cleared out by the Iowa Western defense. Smart. Not looking to counter, taking their time on the attack. Dribbling through the center is Elizabeth Ochoa. Now Ochoa with it through the middle. Pass to the left. Now getting it into the box. Dangerous. Woodcock has to defend and she trips. That's going to be a free kick, I believe. Excuse me, a penalty.
Foul committed by Woodcock.
Woodcock sticking her foot out in desperation, and the end result's going to be a penalty kick. Let's see who they send forward to take it. And who else but Moreno? Already scored once today. She'll try to add her name. Moreno, confident on the run-up, puts her foot through, buries it. Never looked like missing, did she? Moreno buries it in the top left corner. This is going to sound weird to say, but penalty kicks are as easy as they look. That's what makes them harder than they look. It's just like a free throw. 9 times out of 10, you're supposed to hit it, and that's what puts it in the back of your head. But Moreno there, keeping her blood pressure under control, confident on the run-up. You can sometimes tell when a player doesn't want to be taking it. She had no problem. Confident, swings her foot through. Now it's 4-0. Ball back under Iowa Western's control. They'll just try to grind out.
So now as a head coach, you just want to end this game
Now,
without Iowa Western getting no more goals.
now 4-0, really as a coach, you're just trying not to wear anybody out and trying not to get anybody hurt. That's the goal. Throw today away. Refocus mentally after today. Throw it in the trash can. Keep everyone healthy. That's pretty much all you can do.
Focus on the next game.
Well, not right now, though. But you got, as a coach, yes. And as a coach, now you're subbing in and out pretty consistently, trying to keep legs fresh, because you got another one to go Friday. This one down the right wing.
But as a head coach, you still want
Running that backer line, ragged, smoked through, blocked by Wentz there. Excuse me, Wood. Connor Wood getting her foot in there.
still as a head coach, you want to see your players in this game.
You want to see them play to the last whistle. All you can ask of them. Finish like you start. Dribbled through, chipped over, but...
Just wide.
And now everyone, with the score pretty safely secure, everyone that hasn't got themselves a goal yet for Iowa Western, if they find themselves open in the middle, they're going to put a foot through it. Because why not try to add your name to the score sheet today? Substitutions here. Woodcock will go back to take the goal kick. 13 minutes and 25 seconds left. Woodcock boots it. This one dribbled through. Now played forward. Getting the cross through to the middle, dealt with by Woodcock. Just sticks her foot through it.
Another Iowa Central turnover. That's been the story today.
Carnes finding herself under control. Contact there, and I believe that's going to go against Carnes. And yeah, Carnes finding a knee to the head on the way down. Player's still down.
She'll get a yellow card for that. That's the first card today.
And I actually don't know if I like that carding there. It's like Carnes' first offense of the day, unless the official has seen something or heard something that I haven't. And it didn't, while the end result was bad, ended up being a knee to the back of the head. Nothing looked intentional there. Nothing looked malicious. And on your first contact, you usually get a little bit of grace. But again, maybe that's just the officials' way of trying to keep these last 10 minutes under control. So after the booking, Carnes gets her yellow of the day, and with 12 minutes left, she won't even really have to pace herself. The odds of finding another one are against her. DaCosta back to Woodcock. Just clears it, tries to get it out of the way. Clock ticks down towards 12 minutes remaining. Still dancing a little bit with the ball. Now chipped up and over. They're going to say she was... Yep. Got a little bit too aggressive there. Trying to get out ahead of it.
How about that stop even though it wouldn't have counted?
DaCosta putting her body on the line beautifully today. But yeah, I was going to say it looked like she was offsides by about 3 or 4 feet, and the official agreed with the call. 11 minutes left to play, 11:30. Ball booted forward. Wenzel to Moyle. To Montoya. Lobbing it over, trying to find a through ball to Wenzel. But no dice there. The defender will seal her off and allow it to go out of bounds. Goal kick. That was fantastic defensive play. Iowa Central makes a series of substitutions, 4 players in, 4 players out. Just trying to keep the team fresh. As I said, no reason to use up a pair of legs in a 4-0 game.
Carnes and Aquino are the ones that check in.
And as this clock ticks down towards 10 minutes remaining, the game's slowing down to a lazy pace. Both teams just knowing that the ending is going to be academic. At this point, just passing the ball back and forth. Nothing too risky, nothing too aggressive. 10 minutes left to play. Woodcock will chase this one down. It'll go out of bounds first, so it'll be Iowa West on a throw-in. Nope, they're going to give it Iowa Central's way. She's going to toss it over to Taylor Aquino to take the throw-in. Into DaCosta, back out of bounds. Aquino taking it again. A little bit of a tussle there. Iowa West ends up with possession. Chip back down the left wing. Now Iowa Western just chipping it back to the midfield again. They had a chance to play it forward, but I don't think they're looking for another goal here. Just possession, just end the game.
Iowa Western playing safe.
And up 4-0, no reason not to. Got a little bit down the left wing now, advancing play. 9 minutes left. Back and forth now between the defensive midfielders. Gets a pass through the reddish. Now a chance to swing a foot at it through the middle, and nothing will come out of it. Rolls innocently out the back. So it'll be an Iowa Central goal kick.
Nope, they're going to give the
nope,
corner
they're going to give
kick.
the corner. I'm going to say it was shanked off of an Iowa Central foot.
opportunities, they'll get the win here today.
And if you can get your shooting percentage up around 33%, it's about where you want it, and I'd say that's about where they've been. Up and over with a chance to put a head in on it. Won't be able to get it goalwards. That would have been a heck of a feat. Clock ticks down towards 5 minutes remaining. With 5 minutes left, Iowa Central down 4-0. Again, at this point, the result of the game elementary. It would take an absolute miracle to get anywhere close, so Iowa Central and Iowa Western at this point just going through the late game ritual of ball control and time eating. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Iowa Central still pushing forward a bit, but unable to beat the goalkeeper to the ball. And as I said, just eating up clock, but you know Iowa Central would love to put at least one up if they could in these last desperate minutes. Moyle tries to get her foot in there, but still Iowa Western's ball. 4 minutes left to play now. So, with this result, if it holds, which by all rights it probably will, Iowa Central will be knocked down to 3-2 as this ball is dribbled through. Still dangerous in front of the keeper, but Emanuele Costa puts it up. Picks it up and puts it through. So, Iowa Central looks like it's going to drop to 3-2. Iowa Western going up to 4 will go up to 5-1, which is a heck of a start. So, a blazing hot and in-form Iowa Western team will improve to 5-1. And any team that wants to play them in the future will be looking at a team that's, well, in just a very good place mentally and physically right now.
The ball rolls out of bounds. Iowa Central will get another throw in.
About 3 minutes left to play. Moyle will take it. And he'll take one touch off Carnes and go out of bounds. 3 minutes left. Nope, they're going to say it was off of an Iowa Western touch. Give the throw in to Moyle with about 2:50 left. Giving it to Carnes. Booted out of bounds by the defense. But they're going to keep it on the throw inside of the corner. So they'll have a throw in with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Up and over, Montoya with a chance to head it, missed. Iowa Western going to just be looking to clear here, and they do. Iowa Western trying to keep their clean sheet here. Up 4-0. It's pretty much the only thing left to play for them. Pass through the legs. Caldas. To Wenzel. Beats one woman, beats two, has a chance at goal, chips it in, can't chip the keeper.
What a save.
Tough angle shot, and she almost made it. Keeper played it picture perfect.
Best chance of the game for Iowa Central coming at the end of the second half. Still scoreless.
First time the goalkeepers had to earn that clean sheet today. Emanuele DaCosta chips it out of bounds with less than 2 minutes left. The throw-in doing the honors will be number 28, Amelia Fulmer. Minute and a half left to play. Puts the throw in. Whistles here. Don't exactly know what the hold-up is here, but Fulmer will repeat with about, again, a minute 30 left. Fulmer. Chipping it over to Ochoa. To Montoya. Gets it out.
Minute to play.
Minute ticking down. And like I mentioned earlier, it is exactly a minute. Once that clock hits 0, all play stops. No extra time. Now down the right wing, it'll go out of bounds. Each team now just getting their last few touches in. Header there, won by Iowa Western. 30 seconds left. Chipped up and over. One back by the captain there. Amelia Fulmer had herself a heck of the day through the midfield. 14 seconds left. 10, so as this winds down. Pretty controlled, dominated game by Iowa Western. Played their game. Iowa Central seemed to, at times, have the physicality to run with, but just not a good day of execution. There'll be a day they want to put behind them, as this looked like an even match coming in, but Iowa Western played to their full potential. Iowa Central still looking for it. So this will end 4-0. I've been Tyson Strayer. This is Reese Webb. We've got the boys game coming up in about a half hour for you, but until then, signing off from Iowa Central, you're watching Triton Nation. We'll be back with the boys game just a bit.